Well, today is a good day for the country's hard-hit hospitality sector. From this morning, pubs, clubs, cafes and restaurants in New South Wales and Victoria will be able to increase their capacity under the new 2 square metre rule.
For more on this, we're joined by CEO of the Soletel Hospitality Group, Justine Baker, who's in Sydney. Justine, good to see you. Some people are calling this Freedom Day. You must be stoked.
I like the name Freedom Day. Yeah, we're super excited. Been waiting months for this. It's a really good day.
How tough has it been operating at limited capacity?
It's been really hard across the group. I think we've seen, especially our younger employees, not returning to work. We've had many people who are only in half our workforce. So it's been a game of just continual changes every day. There's been, I guess how we operate has continued to change, and working really closely with the government to try to, build confidence back in the industry that we can operate in this environment. But yeah, it's been really challenging, lots of learnings.
Something a lot of people are looking forward to is dance floors are back. 50 people at a time on a dance floor. Does that affect your venues? And if so, how do you actually police it? Do you stand there with the counter?
Yeah, look, we will have to. We've been pretty good with our counters over the last couple of months, so unfortunately there will be that. But once you're in the 50 and you're on the dance floor, yes, there is freedom on there. There won't be policemen in the middle of the dance floor. But, for us, it's going to be great for our bigger venues. Venues like the Golden Sheaf, Kings Cross Hotel, Marley, those big venues with separate areas. We will separate one of those areas as a dance floor. And especially for us in New Year's Eve, been having a dance floor at a place like Opera Bar, where we're looking at having a seated event for New Year's Eve. And also now we're kind of opening up, looking at entertainment and big DJs now for some of our New Year's Eve nights at Barangaroo, where we can now dance. So yeah, it changes it enormously.
It just feels like we're getting there, doesn't it? But look, there has been criticism by others in your industry that the government's approach to changing the restrictions has been very ad hoc, that you haven't been given enough time. They'd sort of want this idea of to know a long time out, okay, when we hit 14 days, when we hit 28 days, this is what happens. How do you feel it's been handled? Could it have been done differently or any better?
Look, I think in a perfect world we would have loved a 14, 28-day plan, but I think what we've seen is that there's so many intersecting factors. I mean, they wouldn't have known that 2 tourists got off a plane yesterday, without quarantining. So I totally understand they're in an absolutely hard position. I think we all have, but what I've really seen is that the government's really been talking to us through this whole process, and I feel like there's been an approach where we actually are in it together. I think they've done a really good job. Could we look back in hindsight and do things differently? I'm sure we can. I'm sure we could have. But no, look, I feel like we've had a very staged approach. We've now seen that confidence come back for summer, which is all we've been wanting. So it's great.
You touched on those 2 travellers from the weekend that got through Sydney without the hotel quarantine. Does that sort of give you a bit of a reminder about how fragile all of this is? I mean, there is the excitement of this Freedom Day, but also in the back of your mind, it can all turn so quickly as well. Yeah,
we've just got to stay so vigilant. It's one of those things that something really small can just filter down and suddenly our industry's closed again. We are so vigilant inside of our venues, and I know across the industry we are, but I also think it's a great reminder for all of our customers coming out this week that there are still a lot of controls in place. They have to respect it, and I think what we've really seen is that those customers have been fabulous. They've been so accepting of all the new conditions that are on them. We just need to keep on track.
I think all of our hearts skipped a little beat when that happened over the weekend. Hopefully they're on top of it.
I know.
And Justine, where you are, so you're down at Opera Bar this morning. I mean, don't pop down this morning for a drink, but any time after midday.
Coffee?
Exactly. It's a great location, a great venue. You do look after people. So good luck with Freedom Day, hey, and what's ahead.
Thank you. We're really excited.
Wow.
It's great.
Have you picked your first dance floor yet, Ali? Where you're just going to get the shackles off?
I've got the song. It's all planned.
Nutbush City Limits.
Like Chris Smith, who we had on earlier.
Yeah, these ones. All right.